After a convincing win against Wyoming, Texas is 3-0 for the first time since 2012. And with that 3-0 record, the Longhorns are moving their way up the polls, currently sitting at number 3 in the AP, their highest since they played for the 2009 championship. With less than 2 weeks until the season gets started, North Carolina is cautiously optimistic on their eligibility appeal for wide receiver Tez Walker. In fact, they're preparing as if Walker will be able to play week 1 against South Carolina, so much so that he's taking reps with the first team. All eyes are on Coach Prime, and his team did not disappoint. In his debut as Colorado head coach, Deion Sanders and his Buffs upset last year's runner-up TCU 45-42 while on the road. It was a tale of two halves for the number 1 team in the country, where for the first time all season, Georgia was trailing at halftime. North Carolina recorded 9 sacks in their win over South Carolina. Now, what makes that even more impressive is that the Heels had a total of 17 sacks all of 2022. Coach Kirby Smart announced that junior Carson Beck will be getting the start week 1 against Tennessee Martin. How do you have to adjust your strategy going into an Elam ending as opposed to just a regular game ending?
Yeah, the Elam ending has a very unique type of style.
You spend your life telling other people's stories, and you're so good at it. But if I really wanted to know who Kimberly Martin is and her story, where do I need to start?
You would start in Brooklyn.
Ohio State is facing the number 1 team in the country. Where exactly are the Buckeyes the most vulnerable?
Well, like I said, I think defensively, people have run the ball on Ohio State this year.
This was a regional final. You guys were able to have a running clock. What was your game plan going into this?
I mean, it's just the same things every week. Our offense, we're trying to score every time.
Your offseason's coming to an end. How do you get yourself ready for an upcoming season?
So the end of last season, I took some time just to let my body recover.
The Buckeyes got the 31-24 win over Penn State last week. It was their first true road test, and they did leave with the win. But exactly how satisfied are they with that game?
I think they're satisfied with the overall end result.
We knew going into the game, the secondary was going to be tested. How did they perform?
Well, the secondary looked pretty good, I thought, against the Terrapins.
In college, you were known as a defensive specialist. How does that translate in the pros?
That's one of the easiest things I believe that translate because, defense is more of a mindset and mentality thing.
You had your choice of several schools around the country. What made you decide to come to Ohio State?
The tradition.
What can Eastern Michigan fans expect from you on the field?
A hard worker, playmaker.
What do you specifically want to work on this offseason?
Just getting more physical and getting faster at what I do.
The Big Ten have 2 new members, Maryland and Rutgers. What kind of advice do you have for them on how to navigate throughout the conference?
Just come out and play hard.
You've been around the team a lot. What are your expectations for this season?
Well, for me, I'm looking beyond.